Okay, so my cleanup crew has shown up and it looks like the box came as a rush. It was overnighted to me. I ordered on eBay and this is the company right here. Hold on here. I want to show my invoice. But here's the company I used. That's what they sent, a nice little business card and like a postcard or brochure of some nature. Please stop and read acclimation instructions on back. And then all this wonderful stuff. So I'm going to float these bags and I'm gonna turn off the lights and make this happen. I will be right, well first let me show you, I guess if I can, what I've got here. This is quite a bit. So, I'm not sure what this is, but it feels fairly squishy. Let's take this off. Hold on 1 second. So here's clean up the stuff. Peppermint shrimp. I ordered an abundance of those. Some snail. Oh, there's crabs there. Pretty cool. There's a big old conch. I might have to throw him in there quick because he's almost out of water. Let me let you go here. I'll be right back. Okay, I had to get this guy in the water fast, and sorry about the reflection, but there's really, I had no choice. But he's already righted himself, and you can see him there kicking along, probably trying to find a good place to hide. This is one of them really big conchs. I think called a tiger conch, or see him jumping there. It's pretty. He's bigger, way bigger than the conchs that I've got. Pretty cool guy. I don't know if that's just a regular fight. I think it's just a regular fighting conch. It's just a honking big one. I'm not sure, but pretty neat. Loving him. Hopefully he does okay. And the temperature of the box was a little warm and my tank is cooler, so hopefully he doesn't shock too much. I have never had any problems with these guys. I have some little ones in here. Where are they? I think they're buried somewhere. I think there's one actually buried right there. And there's another one in there somewhere. But yeah, this guy is definitely on the move, trying to find a good place to hang. We'll let him get acclimated, and I hate to do that, but I had no choice. The water was gone. So okay, here's all the peppermints. I ordered, the package came with 4 and I ordered 10. As you can see, like the white ones that are really clear looking, those are babies. I got little babies, which is fine. These guys are really great against pests, mainly Aptasia. But from what I understand, they're also not bad at dealing with flatworms and other little pests in the aquarium, so we'll see how it goes. I've only got a couple in there that are big, maybe 3 that are fairly big, but even still, these are all fairly juvenile compared to what I'm used to. I usually collect them in Galveston, but I don't want to put those in this tank just to be safe. So I do have some Aptasia in here, very little, but there are some, so you know what these guys don't fill up on. Pest-wise, they'll have plenty of pellets and detritus and all kinds of stuff, so I'm going to let these guys float. I also put in there, that is one, I think it's a brittle star, maybe serpent, I'm not sure, but starting to float them now. All right, let's see how this is. We have plenty of water in here. These appear to be emeralds. I'm gonna go ahead and show, if I can, the emeralds in the bag. Kind of see them there. I'll let them float for a little bit. It seems to be quite a bit of snails in here. Very murky water. I'm just going to set this in here. I wouldn't recommend, if you have a tank that's been set up for a while, I wouldn't recommend just, you know, if you, especially when you sprung a leak like this here, you can see the water. I would recommend wiping these down before putting them in your tank. But in my case, no biggie, because the tank's so new, it doesn't really matter. Here's some more emeralds, it looks like. Looks like I've got 2 pretty decent sized ones in there. Let those float for a little bit. Looks like a bunch of seraph snails. Pretty decent sized ones too. These are great on the this part of the tank, that where the sand touches the glass. These guys really work those pretty well. There's a bunch in there. All right, here's another one. Not sure what kind of snails these are, but there's one up the wall already. See if I can get him back down. No, you don't want to, which is fine. I'll put them in here, let them float. Let's see here. Some more, I think these are called Astrea stars. Astrea, is that right? I can't remember. I mess them up, but these snails are pretty good, and even though they're pyramid shapes, they can right themselves up pretty well, especially with sand. So they're really good. Here's some more snails. I can't really tell what they are. Maybe more seraphs, larger ones. I'm gonna let them float. And I'm going to grab this little sea cucumber. He's all not happy. It's just a regular tiger tail. Here is a bunch more snails. Actually, no, those are the hermits, I believe. Yep, I believe them be the hermits. Awesome. A lot of reefers don't let you put crabs in their tank, and me, I just don't mind. There's some newspaper here, let me get that out of the way. Some urchins. These are great against different forms of algae. So that's pretty cool, nice and lively. Let those guys do their thing. Float. Here is my other tiger tail. This one's a little bigger, awesome. The other one was kind of small, so I'm gonna leave that like that. I'm gonna shut this off for a second. I'll be right back. Okay, so I put, well, here's all these little hermit crabs. They've all appeared to right themselves, and they're picking around at stuff. You know, they'll make their way all around later. All these snails, I tried to upright as many of them as I could, just to help them out. And you can kind of see, and I want to kind of focus on this because you won't see this often. The emerald crab, as soon as I dropped him in there, started tearing away at this algae. Now there's another one somewhere over here, but he seems to have disappeared. He was a lot bigger, but they're doing exactly what I was hoping they would do. So I'm gonna leave that, let that go for a bit, and you can already see this one's migrating to the rock work, that hermit crab. These little hermit crabs, they gotta kind of make some decisions too. And there's one picking on my fungia right here. So anyway, that's it for now. I'm trying to get all this stuff into the tank. All right, you can see one of the starfish is going back there by the clam, trying to get tucked away. And here's the other one here. He's kind of stupid up here in the front. The sea urchins, I just put 2 of them in. Just dropped them on in there. This one had to ride himself. He did a pretty good job. And then this guy here, he's just kind of, maybe he's gonna eat a snail or two. This guy's like, well, maybe I should go the other direction. Here's one of the little peppermint shrimp hanging out with a conch. Here is another emerald crab. I don't think he realizes there's a whole bunch of fun behind him. Little sea cockroach. Here's some cucumbers. They're both the same, just one's a little more mature than the other. You gotta do these videos now because some of these you'll hardly ever see again. This guy will probably take himself to the rock work and you'll never see him again. These goofy snails, I'm gonna have to write them. I've already gotten some of them. All the hermit crabs are still kind of hanging out here. There's plenty of food on the sand bed too, so I don't think they realize there's a whole bunch more on the rock, but one more bag, just all those snails there, and that'll do it. And you know, my little canary blenny, he seems to like pecking at the snails and the crabs and stuff. And here's that little urchin making his way around. Pretty cool. Let's zoom in on him a little. And this other one is just kind of collecting some stuff as he's trying to get through to something flat. It's got snails all over him and hermit crabs, all kinds of stuff. It'll be interesting to see how that works out. Sea cucumber seems to be slowly moving. Kind of see it moving there. This little guy wasn't doing so well, but he's looking good now. Oh, shit, hold on a second. Okay, so I put these guys out of the way. There's one there, so it doesn't like stab my cucumber. And then put the other one right here, just to get him out of the dang way, because they were going after, it just plows through everything. This poor little guy was stuck to him a little. Where is he? Right here. Hopefully he's okay. Also got this guy making his way to the glass. And then we've got this, I think it's a bristle star. Just kind of still trying to find home. Other than that, I'm just going to leave it be for now and see how it goes. Okay, I've got, trying to use my filter to filter out some of the blue, but everything came with no problem, nothing dead. If there is anything dead, I'm surprised, because everything I've seen so far appears to be alive, at least the majority. There's, you know, an empty shell there, like dead center screen, that looks empty. But, you know, for the most part, it looks pretty good. Tried to write up all these snails here. You can see the little urchin there in the back. He's hanging out under my little peak there. And the cucumbers are getting after it because they're probably, you know, when these cleanup crews come, they're pretty hungry, which is great. I got an emerald crab here on the prowl. See him there? He needs to go find a home. Same with this little guy here. He's just been kind of, I don't know if that's an emerald or not. He looks like he's filter feeding. Oh, he is. Look at that. He's filter feeding. Pretty cool. I think this is the exact same type of crab here. They're actually gonna meet up. I don't know what's gonna... They were in the bag together, it shouldn't be an issue. Pretty cool. I mean, I didn't know. I'm pretty sure it was listed. I just guess I didn't pay attention that I was gonna get that kind of crab. Excuse me. I'm not sure if that's I don't think it's an emerald. Look at him. He's like, get out the way. Move. Pretty cool. And I'll put some coral food in later. Is he gonna get after it? Start doing his filter feeding? No. Those are pretty cool little things. And this conch actually made it, no problem. He's a ginormous beast. No issues at all. Got a big old trunk sticking out. See how he does. I don't see anything else really. Excuse me. Anyway, I'm gonna go have lunch and upload this video because it's kind of cool. But there's my cleanup crew. Should last a little while. Here's these guys over here. These are all hermit crabs for the most part. And there's some little, here's a little guy right here. And I put a bunch of them down here in the sand. You can barely see them. But they're all upright and doing okay. There's that other urchin. Cool. Okay, final video of the cleanup crew. As you can see, the lights are all on. The conch, he's a big boy. He's doing just fine. You can see he's got a little thing out there. I don't know if that's just his eye or breathing. I'm not sure what that is, but he's fine. Let me put this back on normal. Here's the two anemones. Looking super good. These are orange rainbow bubble tip anemones. Nothing hosting, or nothing, they're not hosting anything yet. I was looking to get a couple more clowns. Stylo's looking pretty good, even though the flow is right on in front of it. Not bad. Algae's looking outstanding. That joke never gets old. Here is the cleanup crew. Slowly walking around, trying to get somewhere. Probably eating on the algae there on the ground. There's some hermit crabs doing their thing. So everything's looking pretty good. There's an emerald crab back there. You can see its claw. Let me see if I can zoom in on him. Right there. Doing a great job. Already cleaning away. So I've got two of those, I guess, and two of those other weird kind that I don't know what they are. I'm sure I can look them up and figure out. Some kind of filter feeders. There's my other clownfish there. That's the mama. And there's the little guy. You can see here I got some more hermit crab action going on there and there. Whole bunch more over here. Slowly making their way around, I guess. Coral's looking pretty good. Still dosing to get those things colored up nicely, but alkalinity, calcium, pH, and temperatures are all on point, so it's just a matter of maturity, tank vitality. Stuff will clean up as it goes. We got some stuff going on here with some hermits. Let's see here. Picking away at the rocks. There's another one right here. Go around over here to this side. Nothing really up on the rocks yet. Looks like the urchin was parked right there, but he's not there now. Oh, there's one right there. So dark, it's hard to see, but he's right here. And let's see, put that back on one. Not sure where the other one went. He's probably in the camera somewhere. I just missed him. Pumps are doing great. I'm probably going to keep it like this for a while. You can see here there's some snails already up at the rim here doing their magic. There's one over there in the corner. So really, I mean, I'd imagine in a few weeks, most of this algae will be gone. If these big tufts of algae are still present in the next couple weeks, I'll just pull them out with my finger, no biggie. And then usually when you just take them and just pluck them out like so, it creates a smaller film, and even your tangs will go up and start chomping on the finer stuff. But I don't really expect to see too much more of that soon. But man, it's super cool to see these things in action. My camera's not that good, but there's a little emerald crab doing his thing. Can't see the starfish anymore. Don't know where my conchs are hiding, other than the big one over there. But yeah, we'll just, not sure what these guys are doing here. I think those are snails. They're just kind of hanging out. Don't know what they're doing. Alrighty, see how it goes.